Jimmie Johnson.
Of the NFL, and he will. But why has he had all these coordinators and all these head coaches? The owner of the Carolina Panthers, that's the problem.
Would tear into billionaire owner of the Carolina Panthers, David Tepper.
He's making the major decisions without listening to his football people.
Tepper?
David Tepper. You look at him, and now it's his team. He can do whatever he wants to. But look at the people that's left. Now, he's the one that wanted Bryce Young as the #1 pick. And also look Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Brian Burns. You look at, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. Look at coaches, Steve Wilkes, Frank White, Matt Rule, on and on. He's running them all off. He's making the decisions. He has got to listen to his football people and quit playing fantasy football.
Let me be clear. This is straightforward, and it is brutally honest. And I emphasize brutally. As we know, Tepper bought the team in 2018 when a scandal erupted with former owner Jerry Richardson, who has since passed. Let's also not forget who was vying for control of the team via a bid. And it was a group that had a member who might be in the news in the last year or so. That was Sean Diddy Combs. Yep. I know. Yes. So the NFL Board of Governors went with Tepper. He bought the team. They are preposterously bad. Since he took over, they are 31-70. They're also a franchise on their fourth head coach. I do like Dave Canales, but fourth head coach. And third GM since Tepper's purchase. And there have been a lot of embarrassing moments, not just on the field. Like when we saw a sign criticizing him and he marched into an establishment, take off the wait staff's cap, and have a conversation. Here is the sign that Tepper really did not like and had to pull into the parking lot to confront a member of the wait staff. When his team was getting embarrassed by the Jacksonville Jaguars, he would pour his drink on fans. Shannon Sharpe would say NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell had to act, and they did.
There's been no stability, and the future looks rather grim, too. They would have the first overall pick in this year's draft, but they traded that pick to Chicago last year to get Bryce Young. In response to the video of Tepper throwing the drink, the NFL said it was aware of the video but would have no further comment, and the Panthers had no comment as well. And we've yet to hear what response the fan or fans involved in the incident may have.
I mean, 2-14. Jimmie Johnson went on to win 2 or 3 Super. They were 1-15 its first season.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. You got to be patient.
Can't be throwing drinks though.
The game of
in the
patience
process.
and stability.
Okay,
and you don't throw drinks on the fans. That's another good point there, Will.
Tepper, meanwhile, is worth over $20 billion, and it shows that money can't buy happiness. So with Johnson, everyone made the same exact joke. Mike Kay would write, context, Johnson had his greatest NFL success with an owner who served as general manager, and they eventually had a falling out over a power struggle. Journalist Don Van Natta added, Jimmie is finding it hard to bury some unresolved early 90s Jerry Jones trauma here. Of course, yes. And surprisingly or not, Jerry Jones would win one more with Barry Switzer, even though it was a team that was put together by Jimmie Johnson. And since then, they have not sniffed the Super Bowl, which goes to tell you a lot. It goes to tell you that maybe Tepper and Jerry Jones are cut from the same cloth. That even though they have the fame, they have the fortune, they have the properties, they control an entire team in the #1 sport in the United States of America, the most powerful country in the world. And yet they can't win. What this goes to show me is that they think they are always right. That they are surrounded by yes men. That what they actually need are no men. They need people that will tell them that is a bad decision for your football team. And third, they want the credit. It goes to show they really badly seek out public approval, the media being on their side, which can only be done with the transformation of wins. And neither team is doing it. Neither one. There have been years past where there have been some public figures who have said that they believe the Dallas Cowboys are on a trek to the Super Bowl or could potentially make the Super Bowl. And I never bought it. And I will tell you why I will never buy it. It's because of Jerry Jones. And the reason I don't believe the Carolina Panthers are going to get anywhere near is because of David Tepper. We have heard stories of Tepper from the past. We have seen his behavior. He wants to win, but the biggest issue, once more, is that you have an overbearing owner who is there at practice, which is fine, but the fact that he does not hire somebody who far exceeds his knowledge of this game shows they will not win. And they will continue taking step back after step back. And let me be clear, as a Cubs fan, one of the best moves the Ricketts family made, and if you follow baseball, you know where this is going. When they hired Theo Epstein, I knew. Was I pessimistic being a Cubs fan that they hadn't made the World Series since 1945? Absolutely, of course. But I had hope. I had a little more hope. Because I knew that, number one, the owners also had the knowledge and the foresight to say, we don't know everything. We know business only because their daddy made them super rich. But we know business, all right? We can control the dollars and cents, but we need somebody who is a fantastic, wise baseball mind to come in and run the ship. They don't have that with the Carolina Panthers. They don't. And it's quite clear they don't. And what I think needs to happen personally is you have all these people, like a Tepper, like a Jones, who must take a back seat. They must. Bob Kraft did it in years past. They won. I question, as a Chicagoan, George McCaskey and how much say he wants to have. Right now, doesn't look like much. They brought in Ryan Poles. They don't have Ted Phillips there anymore. It's looking more optimistic. It's what happens when you have football lifers being brought in to run the ship. And if you are a Panthers fan, I am sorry. I am. But Jimmie Johnson is preaching here. He is. And will the hatchet ever be buried between him and Jerry Jones? Probably not. Because what I think Jimmie Johnson sees is what we all see. Untapped potential and a legacy that was ripped right from underneath him. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.